It's always fascinating to me, Dennis, to see how artificial intelligence is changing businesses. Businesses, as far as the concepts that kind of spurred up even before AI was popular, and what AI is allowing us to be able to do nowadays, it's truly incredible.
It really is. And I mean, we all think of industries that are brand new using AI, but our guest today is from an industry or a business that is kind of old school, if you think about it. And
Yeah.
she's applied AI to this to take it to a whole nother level. And I mean, it's really intriguing. It's fun that we're having a listener on to talk about her business and how she's used AI to grow and start and grow her business. And it was like, wow, this is pretty cool.
Yeah, I have to admit that when I first heard about uh, Anya Cheng, who is the founder and CEO of Taelor.Style, I was like, it sounds interesting. I was automatically intrigued just simply because AI was involved with it. But in talking with Anya, I became more and more really interested in hearing what she had to say. This isn't just some fly by night concept that really doesn't have a whole lot more to it than kind of what you think it is. This this was a podcast I truly thought was interesting. So I'm really kind of taken by this concept, and I know that Dennis, you thought that this was pretty interesting too as well.
It's really cool. Um, the website, and it's a whole different experience, and it's all driven by AI. And Anna shares her background, which is broad, and how she started this business. And I think it's something for how you could apply AI in your business, and also how you could do things differently
Yeah.
in an industry that, in this case, is kind of old school, but has applied AI. And it's really, 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 it's a great podcast. I encourage you to listen in and watch.
Yeah, this is one that I really was intrigued with, and I probably could have talked to Anya for probably another hour more just to learn a little bit more about what she's doing. But take a listen, take a watch at this podcast. I think you're going to get a lot out of this one. This is a lot of fun to do.
WFH with two guys. Now here's Benny and Dennis.
Dennis, I love hearing about companies that are doing innovative and unique things in really kind of a traditional space. Artificial intelligence has really upended the game for a lot of companies. And I think that this is a unique topic. And I know that you and I aren't necessarily fashion icons, but
No, we're not, but we
yeah,
could after this conversation. We may change
yeah.
how we look and what we do.
So I'm really curious to learn a little bit more about Taylor and a little bit about how this whole business process works. So Anya, thank you for coming on the show today.
Hello, hello. This is Anya from Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
I'm the CEO of Tailor. We use AI to pick clothes for busy men. So people usually joke about like, who is your competitor? I was like, wives.
Yeah, that's true.
That-
Yeah, but then we send them real clothes for them to wear for a couple of weeks.
Hmm.
So then no more shopping or laundry. And before starting a company, I have 15 years in big tech companies before, most recent at Meta, where I
Hmm.
helped with our Facebook, Instagram shopping, was a head of product at eBay, helped them to build new business in the US and new market in Latin America, Africa, Asia. Senior director at McDonald's, helped them to build our food delivery business when Uber Eats just started, and helped Target to build their tech office here in Silicon Valley. I'm excited to
Wow.
share more.
So you had background in large companies and doing lots of important things. What made you make this switch to start Taylor's.Style?
Yeah, I have these personal needs, although I'm not man, but I was one of the few the minority like leaders in the company.
Hmm.
So I felt a little bit imposter syndrome leading large team as an immigrant from Taiwan and as females with color. So I want to look great. So I tried some subscription boxes, but you all have to buy from every single shipment like Stitch Fix.
Right.
And I didn't like the part that you have to come in and decide. And once you own that, you also have to do laundry and foldings and dry cleaning, etc. So I started renting. I started using the company like Rent the Runway, Newly, Armour, which are women's rental company. Like Newly just hit 400 million revenue in their year 5. So it's really fascinating on the rental business for women. But then all of them require you to pick. And I have no idea what should I pick. I really don't know about fashion. I don't have good sense of fashion, and I'm very bad in decision making when it comes to clothes. So it took me hours. And there was a moment that I realized fashion companies are designing for people who are into fashion. They don't design it for people who are not into fashion but need to look good. Sales guy, single guy, business owner, executive, recruiter, pastor, professor. And there was a aha moment that I realized that the business can tailor to something that people are a little bit more busy or a little bit lazy on picking clothes. And that's why Taylor was born, because in the AI era, now great, AI can pick clothes for those busy men.
So how's it work? So if I go to your site, do I just put in criteria, put a photo of myself or something, and it starts saying, "Hey, here's what you ought to be wearing"?
Yeah. It's just like signed up for Netflix. Like people pay like $100, they can wear for about 10 clothes per month. And for after you sign up, we ask for your some high and weight, for example, which we don't always use because most of the guys think they are taller and thinner. So
I love it.
they tend to put the wrong information in. I don't know why. Then we also ask other information for us to validate. For example, like, okay, go to your closet, pick your favorite outfit. Tell me what sizes. I know I'm medium. Wait, I'm wearing extra large for years.
Your clothes don't fit me.
So we ask
Oh,
for other information like what are typical fit issues, sleeve too long, pants too tight, what are common issues, and then most importantly, we ask them their purpose. Because for our customers, they don't care what they wear. They care getting a job, getting a day closer deal.
yeah.
We are the tool that getting one more like additional more chance to succeed, no matter what their definition of success looks like. So what's really important is actually the goal, the purpose. Of course, we do ask like what color preference you like and upload some pictures and give me a heart, some items and like dislike certain item, and all of these feed into AI. But most importantly is what they want to achieve.
That's
So
really cool. I mean, because the old way you would go down to Macy's or some department store and walk around and try to pick out stuff, and half the time it didn't fit, it didn't look good, or you'd buy it and then you'd wear it one time and just like, I didn't like this thing. And so, I mean, this is pretty cool how AI is really changing this part of the way you do business.
Yeah,
yeah,
I think traditionally you heard from like celebrity have human stylists, right? They will bring you to Macy's and shop
yeah.
around, and then get out of a store. You have $3,000, then already spend. But also, once you own those things, it's like you have to folding, you have to do laundry, dry cleaning, and ironing stuff, and which most people hate to do. And not to mention when you travel, say summer vacation, you go on San Francisco, New York, you go home to Denver, and the first thing you have to do is doing laundry, right? You are after the trip exhausted, and in this case, a lot of our customers just they go to a hotel, they change your address to the hotel the clothes arrive there, they wear for whole weeks. Once they are done, they put into the return envelope, which was already prepaid. They give it to hotel lobby, like, hey, I have a package, can you mail for me? That's it. They go
That's
home
it.
and new clothes
Wow.
has
That's pretty cool.
arrived.
So so you send it to me, I wear it, and then when I get in, I put it in a bag and send it back to you guys.
Yeah, it's like the
That's
old
really
Netflix
cool.
DVD, you're done with the DVD, you send back and you get next DVD. So it's like your Uber car, you get off the car, someone get on the car, you use your rental car in the airport, return the car and we laundry them, just like you car wash them in those rental company. Then next person pick up the car and go to get driving.
So, and your company focuses on for male. Is there something like this for females as well?
Yeah. There's like company like Newly, which is backed by Urban Outfitter. They started 5 years ago. Now they make 460 million per year. And company like Rent the Runway has been there for 15 years. Then another 10 company in the women's space.
That's wild.
So lots of company, million of users are already doing this. They never wear different things every single day. Never need to own anything. No laundry. It's like you're dry clean. You just every time you pick up, is someone already paid for for you based on your upcoming occasion. And every time it's different, but no more lingerie shopping.
Benny, we're going to need to try this for the podcast, and we can actually have different outfits.
That's
There we go.
right.
Well, no, it's funny. I was just thinking about that. I was recently, actually, I was in the San Francisco area a couple of weeks ago, and I was there for a conference, and I was there for 3 days. And I remember having to think about, oh, I got to wear this and I wear that, and it would have been really, that would have been amazing for me to just ship that to the hotel. I could have used it afterwards, just put it back in the bag and send it over back to Taylor. That would have been amazing. It would have saved me a lot of room in my
Well, and especially
in my
on
luggage.
with air travel and stuff and the limiting of bags and all this stuff, it's another add-on advantage that you don't have to carry luggage
That's
onto
a
an
really
airplane.
good point.
That's
Yeah.
right. Now you know the luggage is getting really expensive, checking out
Yeah.
the
Oh yeah.
luggage. And then if you go to conference, some people they have the sample they want to bring, like one more space. It's one
Okay.
more chance to succeed. So a lot of our customers do so. But mostly also very important is for people who want to support sustainability. You might be shocked to hear that
Yeah.
30% of clothes today in the world go directly from factory to landfill. It generating
Wow.
10% of carbon emission, 20% of polluted water in the world.
Hmm.
Fashion is not the one of the most polluted industry in the world. It's the most polluted industry in the world. So
Interesting.
instead of burning those unsold inventory, which is brand new, still very nice,
Mhm.
now we help them for 300 fashion brands from very well-known Marine Layer, Johnson & Murphy's, and all those famous brands that you heard of to amazing brands that in Italy or Singapore that you never heard of. Now we help them to repurpose those unsold inventory. And so you can save a trip.
And so, Benny, this is a whole different way to use AI that we've never even thought about.
Well, that's exactly it. Yeah, I'm curious, Anya, how do you use AI in your business? And this obviously you're not having individual stylists work on every individual customer. I can imagine that would be impossible to do. But how does AI work within your business?
Yeah, so we put using AI human and AI human in the loop. We actually just won American Marketing Association annual marketing excellence award for 2 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And for 2 years old startup, that's something not very easy. But how we succeed was really keeping human and AI in the loop. So for example, take user content, for example, we have as marketer to start thinking about what kind of content is needed and the AI generating content. And from there, our human stylists provide a unique point of view that you cannot find anywhere on the internet.
Hmm.
And we generate those styling notes when customers receive the clothes. We say pair with this and this. Believe it or not, even just 5 items, our customer have no idea how to pair the top and bottom. Like which one to which one? Tell me. So,
They need what, was it Granables when we were little kids where they had the tags so you matched them and stuff? Because it's
Not
amazing
for
how many
Anya, it was
people
just
don't know
you
how
and
to
me,
how
yeah.
to dress themselves. So you're right.
That's right. So we have very detailed like styling note, and then customer wear them and provide feedback, and all of the information feedback to AI again. And we got those informations. It now generate again the content on our website, creating impressions, and so people find us on ChatGPT when they search for 2025 men's fashion trend. The answer actually from Taylor, not from GQ. So then we get customers again, and now again we get into the loop. So by doing so, we constantly having unique concept inside, and we also acquire additional data. We bought 2 companies. They have been using human to style customer for 10 years. It wasn't scalable. They shut down the business. We acquired those data, and then we hired those founders become our employee. And at the same time, we also have quality of garment after laundry. We know better than any brand. I can tell you, like our 300 brand partner, some of them tell us, oh, our t-shirt is high quality, can wear 25 times. We can tell them by 18 times, it start renting apart. Like we know the quality so well because we're a rental company. So we feed those data back into the algorithm. We also know, typical e-commerce. People buy something or not, it's not 100% related to if they like it. If it's $1 for something, you're going to buy it, right? So a lot of time is impacted by the purchase price. In our model, it's more like your Netflix show. You open the Netflix, you watch a show. It's not because it's on discount. It's that you truly like it. right? It's not impacted by the purchase price. So the same thing, we have that unique data because we are memberships. $100, you can wear 10 clothes per month, for example. So we add those data back into the algorithm. And though all of these are our unique data that no one else has, including human stylist point of view. And then we put it on top of a large language model like OpenAI. So as they grow, we grow, but we always one step ahead.
That is amazing. I mean, and again, for business owners, this is how you can apply AI to your business. She's doing it for tailoring, but you can apply the same concepts to other businesses and the things, Benny, you and I've talked about in the past of how
Yeah,
it it doesn't have to be tailored the old way. It's a whole different model,
right.
and AI takes you to a whole different level.
Yeah, I think for business owner, one thing you should know is that it's a golden era for you because in the last era, if you look at last era, it's all about algorithm.
Hmm.
Like the Google, the box, right? Whatever search, whatever pop out, SEO doing very well. It's all about the black box of algorithm.
Hmm.
That's why the last era was all about big tech companies. Google, Facebook, Netflix, Amazon is all big tech company because doing the amazing algorithm, it needs a lot of really heavy and deep tech engineering. But this era is different. This era, everybody use large language model, which is like the OpenAI, the ChatGPT's parent companies, where it's like Elon Musk's AI, Mark Zuckerberg's AI. Unless you want to compete with them, everybody will use them.
Hmm.
Which means all you need to do is just bring your unique data that no one else has. For example, you're a small business selling flour. Maybe you know how to preserve the flour better than anyone else.
Hmm.
Maybe like in our model, we do rental laundry. So when it's renting clothes, we know the how which laundry will be best for what kind of clothes. We know the true quality of each garment, right? So like stuff like I have a friend who is a dentist. He's now building his own AI because he has been being a dentist for 30 years. So he has a lot of data point to know what the image looks like means that you have teeth issues. So just back to your own business, like what are the know-how that no one else has? Now is your golden era. Just bring your data and put it on top of large language model. Then you have your own AI.
Hmm.
That is amazing.
That's amazing. I would imagine too, Anya, that you probably use this to identify new markets and different ways of being able to bring your business to them. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. So, for example, we found that a lot of people ask us, like, do you want to go into different country in terms of market? But I say growing, like, grow business has many ways. The market can be defined in many ways. For example, we now our customer treat us more like one-stop shop. What we have found was our customers are not really buying clothes. They are buying the chance to succeed. They are buying the convenience. They are buying the time and mind spaces.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
they treat us more like the gadget man behind the superhero or the executive assistant or just like what their wife did before. So a lot of our customers actually ask us where to buy shoes, accessories, belt, Valentine's Day gift. You got my Valentine's Day clothes. Where's the Valentine's Day gift? Okay, you got me the anniversary clothes. Where's the flower for anniversary? So we found that our customer constantly asks us for becoming their one-stop shop for busy men. If they know what to buy, they go on Amazon. If not sure what to buy, they come to us. But if you look at like women's rental company, they do start getting into like before for rent the runway only for like fancy dress for like
Hmm.
parties or like the weddings. But now they also have everyday wear. They have ski wear, athleisure wear. So they are also enter the market, but it's just different categories. Or in the case for some other women's rental company, they become a licensing partner, for example, similar to what we want to do in the future. Like we found our AI is so cool that a lot of our fashion supplier, say in Italy or Netherlands, was like, hey, can I use your AI for my own business, picking outfit for my own e-commerce site for customer? And that's why we think we will expand through the technology licensing in the future.
That's amazing.
So, yeah, so in terms of the ability to scale, you'll be able to have, and I guess you've collected a series of data points that you can bring back to clothing manufacturers to say, this is what we're seeing. And I would imagine as you go into different markets, you're the cultural tastes probably are different between, North America versus maybe Asia versus Europe. I would imagine you'll have all of that data too as well.
Yeah, I think so. One is, yes, there will be some difference. People wear in New York, obviously, but different from San Francisco. But
Mm,
in general, still pretty general, right? Because you look
mm,
at the outfit, like my friends from Taiwan, they all went to the outlet to buy plenty of clothes every time when they visit, right? So
mhm,
they come here and go to the Nike stores and buy a stuff. So I think there's a lot of similarity, especially for guys' fashion. Like it's not very trendy. So I think so what's very important is think about how the business model fit together. For listeners, I'm sure you have some clever way to build your own business. That's why you are becoming business owner or executive, right? But if you think about how the clevering put together, for example, in our model, we serve customers who are not into fashion, which means our supplier can be high quality brand.
mm,
It can be well known or not well known. It doesn't matter as long as
Matter.
it's high quality.
Right.
And then that means that because we serve this brand, that maybe not some of them, we have over 300 brand, more than 200 in the US, but there's 100 outside of US. So then when they first time enter the market, we don't have to buy all of the inventory. We can do revenue share. Hey, you are not in the US yet. Let's do revenue share, right? And then that also means when our customer, after they renting the clothes, unlike woman's rental company, most of women, we don't buy clothes because if we buy, we have to wear it tomorrow. I don't want to wear it again. I want to wear different things every day. But for our customer, they use it more like try before you buy. So most of our customer buy something. We send out 5 items to rent, 1 or 2 items get sold, and customer when they sell over 50% margin because fashion is actually a high margin business. So all of this fit together, and then our customer renting something, they provide feedback because it's subscription boxes. So they want to make sure next shipment is better. So they provide feedback, which we feed back to the manufacturer and brands. We say, hey, you just really need 1 inch more. Otherwise, Dennis cannot fit in your clothes. He's very tall.
Hmm.
So then they get the feedback. So then they can stop producing junk. Yes, we can
mm.
help them repurpose our sold inventory, but the world is not going to get better if they keep producing junk. But
Right.
they
They just
didn't
keep.
produce junk because they didn't know. They didn't have those data. They previously sent it to distributor, which is wholesaler, getting to a customer. After 5 hands, the customer will never give feedback and back to the original brand. And
Right.
we help them to do so. And that's why today, actually, most of fashion brands send us their upcoming inventory, the collection that's not even out in productions. They
Because
said,
they want
please
that. They want
tell
that
me.
feedback. Yeah, they
Yeah,
need that. They want the feedback to find out, hey, is this really a good product, or I'm going to make a bunch of this and sell some of it, and then it's going to sit on the shelf, and nobody's going to be happy. So
that's
that's
right. And then
awesome.
our customer will get something that is not even in the market yet. It's trendy next year.
That's
So
cool.
our customer get those things as a guinea pig to try out those service too.
This is interesting to think your background, what you've done with AI, and taken an industry that was really kind of old school if you think about
Oh,
clothing and that kind of
yeah.
stuff, and change this whole model. I mean, I'm sitting here thinking I'm going to go to your website and look at it and probably sign up because it's like because I mean it just sounds like a great way to get to experience some new things. And to your point, you get to try. And I assume if you send me 5 things and there's something I like, I can buy that one thing if I want to keep it. I don't have to send stuff back. So that's really cool. I like this.
Yeah, most of our customer uses like try before you buy, or
Yeah.
more of like their laundry service, or for sales too,
I
right? You go to hotel, you expense those dry clean, which is very expensive.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And why not try something different and changes once in a while? Most of our customer was surprised. They say, never send me reds or greens. And then one day the stylists, we have human stylists double check the outfit before go out to the customer so customer can interact with human stylists. And I was like, okay, how about this? I'll give you a bonus item. Really think this item will fit you well. And the customer wear and the guy will say, wow, I looks great in all this green. Can I buy three the same thing?
That's great. That's
To
great.
find out about the now, I would imagine too as well. Dennis and I are of opposite height. He's a 6'7". I think he's actually a little taller, but and I'm 5'6". So it doesn't matter, right? I mean, for people who are concerned, oh, they won't have my size, I'm super thin, or I'm maybe a little heavy. You cover it all, right?
We have 20,000 garments, 300 brands. So, but the beauty of this is different from e-commerce company, which they have the inventory and hoping customer will buy it. We don't, because we are membership. So I know Benny is my customer before I talk to fashion brands. So I source based on Benny and based on Dennis. So what we do is of course, on the first shipment, we already have something from the 20,000 garment that can fit you. But then every week when we adding new inventory, we're based on our real customers. So,
Wow.
and there's zero inventory because when the item come in, I already know that this is one for Benny. So it get rented tomorrow. So for fashion brand, even if I don't pay them upfront, they start making money tomorrow because every time I rent, I pay them something. So they are not afraid, which is different from the traditional consignment deal. So because they
Yeah.
guarantee, they make money. And for us, it's almost like we financing from the fashion brand because we don't have to pay upfront. So zero inventory, 100% utilization, and then help to save a trip.
I love it.
I love it. This is awesome.
All right. Anya, Dennis, and I. This is, I have to say, when I heard about this booking and this interview, I'm like, I'm not sure this is what this is about. But I have to say, I'm truly interested, and I'm going to go checking out your website. And this is kind of fascinating. But is there, if people want to be able to take a look at your website and learn a little bit more, and maybe use a subscription themselves, what's the best way for them to get in touch with you?
Yeah, feel free to go on Taelor.Style. That's Taelor.Style, Taelor.Style. And then you can use a code podcast25 to get 25% off first month. And for people who want to provide a gift for your loved ones, someone graduates or birthdays or your husband's, and feel free to also go on the using gift 10. So you can go on the gift card and maybe it will be, the best gift is saving people's time. And then why not give in a great style? We always sourcing for a lot of new inventory and new brands. So if you are high quality brands for menswear, feel free to reach out to us. We're investors. You want to invest in sustainability and AI application, reach out to me at Anya, Anya at Taelor.ai. Taelor.ai. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Awesome.
Amazing, Anya. Thank you so much for stopping by. Really appreciate it. I learned so much today. And we wish you the best of luck on everything that you guys are doing.
Great. Thank you. This is Anya Cheng from Taelor.Style.
Thank you. Take care.
You've been listening to WFH with Two Guys. We'll see you next time.